Hi guys, this is Pestily and welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. In this video I'm going to cover some tips for hitting the wipe for point 12 and any future wipes if you've seen this at a later date, and how you can actually excel more than just plodding around with no real direction. So guys, without further ado, let's crack straight into it. So I actually cop a fair bit of flack about the fact that I level up really fast and I don't level up like a normal progression would. And I'm going to turn this back on to do what you do to have fun. And for me, I love leveling. I love speed leveling. I love everything to do with it. I love doing the quests. So for me, that's me having fun. And I suggest you should first do whatever you find fun. So if you're excited for the mill base, run straight into the mill base and do whatever you want to do there. Do whatever you do to have fun, because it's a game and games are meant to be fun. So that's number one rule of anything you do with gaming. If you're not having fun, close the game. Or, for me, like when I'm streaming, if I'm playing a game, like for Tarkov, for example, as soon as I'm not having fun, I give myself a timer. Usually it's an hour for me, and it's like, that's time for me to end the stream in an hour. I have to obviously I have other requirements with me. It's like, this is my livelihood. But at the end of the day, you should be having fun. If you're not having fun, then you're doing something wrong. So do something that makes it so you have fun. Now I've got that out of the way, let's actually get into some of the actual tips for Tarkov. The first up, leveling. Now, every time you go into a raid, you should be picking a task that you can do whilst doing whatever you are in that map. So for me, I'll be going to customs first to get all my customs quests done, and then I'll be going through the other maps. Now with Ragman and Mechanic, they give a lot more XP for quests, and I'll be getting those quests done probably sooner rather than any other quest. So personally, if you want to level up quickly, those are the quests you should be aiming for earlier on, because you'll get a lot more XP from it. And once you get a little bit higher level, that will lead into you unlocking new gear and giving you access to a heap of new stuff that other people aren't going to have access to yet. And that is a very important tip for what is going to come as my next point, which is money making. Now, when you want to make money early on in a wipe, everything will have a high price of value. The flea market is unlocked, I think, at level 5. You can start selling stuff, and people can buy it at any level. So once people start getting to level 5, there'll be stuff going up for sale, and people will be making heaps of money on the flea market. Like, Salaywas will sell for 100 to 150,000 rubles per find. So if you find one of them early, make sure you be getting them up on the flea market very early. They will drop in price very quickly as more and more people level up, and they unlock the quest to buy them. Last wipe, I showed that there was it wasn't technically an exploit, but there was an issue with the flea market, and you're able to flip stuff straight from traders onto the flea market. Now, there are still some items that you can do. You're not going to be able to do Salaywas or morphine in mass amounts, or 60-round mags in mass amounts, which is a good thing. I've actually in the past stated, and I still believe in it, the flea market should be offline for the first 72 hours of a major patch / wipe, so that people can actually, I'll be getting the patch sometime between, I'm guessing 9 PM and midnight, but other people will get the patch at like 2 in the morning, and they're not going to play it until they wake up. And there'll already be people at like level 30 by that stage, and they're selling Salaywas in mass quantities and making heaps of money. I think if everyone had access to the flea market, it was a bit of a countdown to it. Personally, I think that'd be better. But until then, the flea market is an excellent way to make money. So things you should be looking out for is meds, so your Salaywas and morphines, they will actually sell for a fair bit of money early. Items like LED X's, you shouldn't actually sell on the flea market early. I know a lot of people will sell them because they'll sell for like 200,000 rubles and 300,000 rubles, and early on that's a lot of money. But if you have the room in your stash, which eventually you'll be able to upgrade your hideout stash so you can have the same as the Edge of Darkness, even if you're on a standard account. If you can put these away and save up LED X's and you get 10 of them, and later on, you can either trade that for a thick item case, or you'll be able to sell them for like 800,000 to 1,000,000 rubles a pop. So it's like investing into the future. So there's certain items like broken G phones or G phone X's, they'll sell for more later on than they will early. But there's items that it will sell for more early, and I would highly suggest grabbing every single item you can find, because right now we don't know what the hideout is going to require to upgrade stuff or to craft certain things. With the addition of, say, ammunition crafting, there's going to be new gunpowders. We know there's like a red, green, and blue gunpowder, and these will be used to craft ammunition. So these things are going to be worth value. We don't know how much yet, but the more you can find these items and then just hoard them early, and then you can start keeping tracks of trends of where on the flea market you'll be able to make a lot of money. So flea market is your secret tip to getting a lot of your XP or your stuff early, your money early, so you can get your XP and level up. Unlocking trader items, being able to flip them out on the flea market will also make you a lot of money. There's going to be people that won't be able to level up to a high level very quickly, but they'll still want to check out like a P90 or something like that. So having the, if you can get to the point where you can sell P90s, they'll sell on the flea market very quickly. Items I'd also say that you should definitely be keeping an eye out for is any new items added to the game will most likely be used for either a quest, a barter trade, or an upgrade to the hideout. So if there's new computer parts, if there's new like random, I don't know, fuel cans for powering generators and stuff like that, you should be definitely holding these, chucking them into your stash, and waiting till there's either more information or you actually get to a point where you need them. Now, I will be putting out guides for loot runs and all that for the mill base as soon as I get all the information. If you didn't watch my previous video, there's a link to my Discord down below. We're actually going to have a chat fault, like a channel on my chat, where you can put all your screenshots for all the new items you find, and we're going to share all that information, get it around the community, and then I'll make loot run guides and guides on where all these things spawn, so you guys can have access to this information as soon as possible. I won't be putting any guides out for loot runs within the first 24 hours, probably more like the 48 to 72 hour mark, once I actually get properly into the military base, because I'm actually going to level to 40 first, then worry about going mill base. Now, whilst also you're leveling, the next big tip is armor. Scavs will drop everyone really quickly, very early on, and if you're not wearing armor, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. So getting up to Ragman level 2 and wearing just any like a 6B23 is going to make a big difference in survivability from getting hit by scavs. You also do have the option of claiming your Christmas bonus, or if you got the book bonus, every time there's a wipe or you reset your account. So be sure to go onto your Escape from Tarkov login and press the button there. I'll put an image here so you can actually see what I'm talking about. And this is only accessible if you've bought the book, which gives you like an AK and some ammo, and I think a pistol, or you had the game from December last year, which was the Christmas bonus, and they reset this bonus every year. So if you don't have it right now, in about 2 months' time, you'll have that bonus anyway, so you'll be able to claim it then. Moving on to the military base, with this one, I highly suggest if you're wanting to play this map a lot early on, go in offline mode and start learning the extracts, because if you can't extract and you're just running around looting stuff randomly and then just dying, you're not going to get the maximum possibility of what the map can give you. If you survive raid, you're going to loot a lot more, and that's going to make you a lot more money, and you're going to have a lot more fun anyway, because you'll be able to level up quicker from the XP you get from the raid. Every time you die, you get 1 times XP. If you survive, 1.5. As a big tip here for anyone who's out there into content creation, I'm not going to be putting out any sort of mill-based guide in the first, say, 12 to 24 hours. Probably around the 24 to 48 hour mark, I'm going to start looking at doing that. So even I will be looking for a guide or information on how to do all the 5 extracts for mill base. So if you can get that information, that'd be great for the Tarkov community. And I've put up a video nice and early. I think a lot of people will really benefit from that, and you might get some good exposure for your channel or your content. Continuing on with the mill base, you can use your scav runs here, so I would highly suggest using scav runs. If you don't know the extract, it's still going to be a bit like difficult to extract, but using the scav runs, you can use that as like a free cheeky way to get in there, check out some of the loot spawns and all that without having to worry about if you die, you lose your gear. So early on, scav runs, even over the whole time of leveling, scav runs can be very useful, but for me personally, I never use my scav runs. Once you learn the game really well, I find scav runs a little bit obsolete outside of having a bit of fun with mates. But it is a really good way to make money. If you die a lot on your PMC and you're having a lot of a hard time, use your scav run, get some loot and extract. Easy money for you, and a loadout, really. It gives you a loadout. Now, the final point I want to touch on here is the Wikipedia page. Now, this page has a lot of information going on it very quickly after the wipe. It's now the official Escape from Tarkov wiki page too, so they get information directly from Battlestate Games to help update it. And then also a lot of the content creators work with the wiki page to fill the gap. So I'll be sending them screenshots of all the traders at max level. They've asked me to do it in different languages. I'll be doing that too. All the task updates, they'll be uploaded there, the screenshots for those. And they put all their heart and souls into updating it. They do lots and lots of edits, and they put up really good maps as well. So the most recent mill-based maps will go up there with all the latest extracts. So The wiki page, I'll put a link down below for that one too. You definitely should be checking out that for all the information that you want when it comes to Escape from Tarkov that you can't get from other sources, being YouTube, content creators, or your mates. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of a shout out here to my own Discord. If you aren't on the Discord, there's going to be heaps of people working together to find information, level up, get that good loot, and mate, it's a really good community. We have a very low tolerance for bullshit. So if you're not the right person in the community, you start arguing with people, you're not welcome. And if you're a bit more mature and you just want to hang out with like-minded gamers who just enjoy Escape from Tarkov, feel free to jump into the Discord and get involved there. There is a channel, like I said, that we'll be dumping all our screenshots on for any loots that we find, so we can share that information to really build up a good, solid database very quickly on where everything is in Escape from Tarkov, and particularly in Millbase. Now, when the servers do go down and the podcast starts, sometime after the podcast finish, the servers will go live and we'll be playing on point 12. I will be leveling very quickly and I will be playing, I don't know yet. It's going to probably come out sometime between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. for me. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to go to bed and get up at midnight or have a nap between the podcast and the game going live. Have to wait and see, but I'm really excited and I probably will play all the way to 40 if the game comes out before midnight. I'm not really sure if the game comes out later, like say 1 or 2 in the morning. I might go to bed first, come up, and then we'll see how we go. I kind of want to try and keep a good sleep schedule. So guys, if you're interested in checking out my Twitch channel, go down the link below, give me a follow over there. I'm more than happy to talk about all these points. I don't know if I'll be doing a short stream today just to say g'day to everyone. But yeah, I'm definitely excited, like all you guys, for this major patch that's about to hit. So guys, thanks for watching another video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for future content. I do stream on Twitch every single day of the week, particularly over the next month. So go down the link below, give me a follow over there. You got any Tarkov questions, feel free to hit me up on my live stream or down in the comments below. And lastly, I'll see you next time. It's the final countdown. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do.